I was reading some of the notes about your travels to China. What do people in China think of the race, and who would they like to see?
It's fascinating. I went there recently, and I kind of expected there to be an anti-Trump mood. After all, Trump is promising more or less a trade war with China. He's repeatedly bashed China during the campaign. Imagine my surprise when I was told by a great many people that I met with in Beijing, no, we'd much prefer Trump. It's Hillary we don't like because we think Hillary would be more of a hawk on issues like the South China Sea and would keep bringing up human rights, which they're fairly confident Donald Trump would not do. So when you travel the world, you get some pretty surprising results. It's not only the Russians
that the Chinese could do business with the businessman, basically, right? That the Chinese could do business with Trump.
That's exactly what people said.
And they don't believe he'd start a trade war?
And they don't believe his campaign rhetoric.
They think it's all a bluff.
Yeah.
They think it's all a bluff. They say, we've heard this before on the campaign trail. American candidates always beat up on China during the campaign. Think of Bill Clinton. And then when it comes to the crunch, they end up going on a visit to the Forbidden City and everybody's best friend. So I think they somewhat underestimate the degree to which Trump would be a completely out of left field, or rather out of right field candidate. And I think they underestimate the extent to which he means it on trade. But that is the attitude one encounters in Beijing.
So,
and not only there, I mean, if you go to the Arab world, just to give another example, there's much more enthusiasm for Trump in the Arab world because they think he would junk the Iran deal. Whereas there's a broad assumption that Hillary Clinton would be the continuation of Obama's foreign policy.
Neil, so is it possible that we're simply overestimating the negative impact Trump could have on foreign policy then? I mean, you're outlining how surprising the receptivity to Trump is around the world.
I said to a group of my liberal friends in the summer, your worst nightmare is not a Trump presidency, it's a successful Trump presidency. Of course, markets would freak out in the immediate aftermath of a surprise Trump win. But, you know, I think many regimes around the world would have a strong incentive to make him look good. Imagine Trump goes to Moscow, Putin rolls out the red carpet, they do a deal on Syria, Ukraine is quietly sacrificed. Not many people in the United States really care much about Ukraine. Then he goes on to Beijing, there's a little bit of shadow boxing, and then there's no trade war. I have a nasty sense, and I use the word nasty as someone who, as I said, reluctantly supports Hillary Clinton in this contest, that it might look quite good for him by the middle of next year. So there's a sense in which I think some of the apocalyptic rhetoric that surrounds the scenario of a Trump presidency is a bit overdone. And certainly on foreign policy, just by not doing Obama's foreign policy, he might actually achieve some relatively easy wins.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.